Welcome back. The Maine Celtics have been the hottest team in the G League. They'll be going for their 10th win in 11 games when they take on Grand Rapids on the road on Tuesday.
Yeah, the Seas are in the home stretch of the season in the middle of a 9-game road trip. Joining us right now is the head coach, Tyler Lashbrook from the Maine Celtics. Let me tell you something. He is fired up for this interview, right?
Yeah, good morning, Tyler.
Morning. How are you guys?
Great. So you guys were 6-9 towards the end of January, now 15-10. That includes an 8-game winning streak. What's been the difference?
Yeah, I think we're sort of coming together at the right time. Defensively, I think we're getting a lot of stops, holding teams under 100 points, which in this league is never easy. And the guys are buying into the stuff that we're asking them to do, and they've really come together over the last few weeks.
This has been a team effort all the way, but let's talk about DJ Rodman, or Dennis Rodman Jr., son of the former NBA great. He has provided quite a spark for this team, including a game back in January when he scored 8 points in the last 90 seconds. Talk about Rodman.
Yeah, and it's not, he's found ways ever since he's joined our team to make an impact on winning, regardless of whether or not he's scoring the ball. You mentioned a game that was impressive when he made those threes late, but he finds ways to make an impact with his rebounding. He finds ways to make an impact with his defense by taking charges and just his energy and his selflessness.
And J.D. Davison has been key for the team, too. Looks like he's a candidate for G League Player of the Month for February. His stats for the season so far, 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists per game. So tell us your thoughts on Davison.
I mean, he's been great for us all year, but especially the last 2 or 3 weeks, I would say he's really amped up his defensive focus and his defensive attention to detail, and has been the head of the snake. And part of the reason that we've made such a leap defensively has been because of him and his ball pressure and all that stuff. I think people, when they think about him, they get lost in sort of the stats that he puts out game to game. But as part of this winning streak, a lot of it has come from the defensive end.
Well, you guys don't return to play a home game in Portland until the season finale on March 20th. I know you love the home fans at the Expo. Have you found this season, is it tough to play that many games in a row? I know they're doing this because, of course, the state high school basketball playoffs, but that's a long road trip.
Yeah, it's just part of the challenges that come with the G League and Maine in particular. But, we've gone through all kinds of moments of adversity throughout the season, and so this is just another opportunity. And in my experience, through being with a lot of different teams over the last decade or so, the teams that grow on the road, like that's a real thing that ends up happening. You end up at airports together, at hotels together, kind of stuck together all the time, and so you find ways in those moments to grow. And so we've been able to win games over the last, we talked about a month or so, but I think the next few weeks is sort of getting us together and gelling us for the final stretch.
So this is your first season in Portland. How has the fan support been, especially at an arena that can get pretty ruckus at times?
I mean, it's amazing. I think the thing that stands out, not just to me, but for our players, for our staff, is when we travel to other cities, and it's just you end up playing in a quiet building, and the players are all sort of talking about how they got to find their own energy and make their own energy, because it's not given, as it is at the Expo, where the crowd is into it, whether we're up, whether we're down. You feel their support and you feel their love, and you feel it around town, and it's a special place.
You were the player development coach with the Boston Celtics last season. Talk about winning the title, the playoff run the Seas had last season, and what it meant to be a part of that.
I mean, it's just, it was really special. I think it was my 10th year at that time in the NBA, and just to be around a team, a staff, an organization of people that really cared about each other and wanted to sacrifice and do everything that they could to reach the highest goal. I think it was, I feel really blessed and honored to be a part of it.
Wait a minute, do you have your ring on right now? Do you keep it on all the time?
I don't. I have it hidden away.
There we go. Keep it in a safe place. Now, you're the 10th coach in the history of the franchise in Portland, the Red Claws and Celtics. What have you learned, and how has the experience been for you?
I mean, it's been amazing. I know we just talked about the Expo experience. I think that's a part of it. But for me, it's all about the challenges, and the G League provides a lot of different challenges night to night, depending on who you have and who they have, and it sort of gives you a lot of opportunities to problem solve. And for me, I believe this about every profession, but you're never going to grow unless you challenge yourself. And so we're just facing those challenges head on, and for me, it's been the same.
Well, the Maine Celtics, as you know, came within 1 game of winning their first ever G League championship last season. Does this team have the championship pedigree to not only come that close, but push us over the edge and win one?
I think we do. I think we do. I've believed in our guys all year. And you know, I work closely with our GM Jarrell Christian, who was the head coach here a few years back, and one of the things that he's always sort of preached is having a team that gels at the right time, and I feel that that's sort of where we're headed, and we have a locker room that wants to do it. So I think those factors are important and will be good for us moving forward.
Is there like one game or one play or one score that kind of stands out to you as sort of your favorite so far this season?
You remember the losses a lot more than you remember the wins in this position. I would say just this stretch of basketball where it's not necessarily one play, but it's going into that locker room and seeing the guys connect to where they're talking about the stuff that I was going to come in and already talk about. And so I think that for us, that says that we're teaching them the right things and that they're buying into it and they're really gelling together. There's been plenty of times where they're small moments, but I go to the huddle and I'm about to say something and someone else has already said it on the team. And so that's a special place to be in, and it's a place where I think it can sort of lead you for this final run.
Of course, you're focusing on this season and with the Maine Celtics, but your future, do you want to be on the bench of an NBA team, being the head honcho, the head coach?
I just live day by day, day by day, and try to take the challenges that are there for me each day.
Amazing. Good attitude. And we're excited for them to come back to Portland.
Yeah, have some playoff basketball, Coach. Hey, thanks again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.